In 1999, a social psychologist named Thomas Gilovich conducted a wonderfully simple yet devastating experiment at Cornell University that exposed a massive invisible delusion built directly into human consciousness. He forced a group of college students to put on a highly embarrassing, loud and garish t-shirt featuring a giant picture of the singer Barry Manilow. The students were then instructed to walk into a crowded room filled with their peers, sit down for a few minutes, and then leave. Afterward, Gilovich asked the embarrassed students to estimate exactly how many people in that crowded room had noticed their ridiculous shirt. The students were utterly convinced that at least 50% of the room had stared at them and judged their appearance. However, when the researchers quietly interviewed the actual people sitting in that room, the real data was staggering. Less than 20% of the crowd had even registered that the shirt existed. The vast majority of people were completely oblivious. This profound psychological phenomenon is known as the spotlight effect. It reveals an unsettling biological law. Your brain subconsciously tricks you into believing you are standing beneath a giant, blinding spotlight on a public stage, with the entire world constantly judging your appearance, your mistakes, and your choices. In reality, that spotlight does not exist. It is a brilliant internal optical illusion generated entirely by your own ego, forcing you to carry a massive, exhausting weight of social anxiety for a crowd that isn't even looking at you. The core engine driving the spotlight effect is a cognitive distortion known as egocentric bias. To the human mind, internal alignment is essential for survival, but it carries a severe side effect. Because you live 100% of your life locked inside your own skull, you are the absolute center of your own universe. You experience every sensory detail, every private worry, and every minor flaw with intense clarity. Because your own attention is hyper-focused on yourself, your predictive brain performs an automated, incorrect assumption. It assumes that everyone else must be paying just as much attention to you as you are. When this egocentric bias settles into your psychological foundation, it completely alters your daily behavior, shifting your focus into an aggressive state of self-consciousness. If you trip over a word in a meeting, get a small stain on your clothes, or make a minor mistake in public, your brain experiences a severe wave of neurological distress. It enters a state of hypervigilance, assuming that the entire room is whispering about your incompetence. Notice the tragedy of this distortion. You are letting an internal, evolutionary software glitch dictate your self-worth, completely blind to the reality that the people around you are too busy drowning in their own private universes to ever notice your minor missteps. To understand why this social paranoia is so automatic, we must look directly at the neurobiology of social survival and the default mode network. Modern neuroscience has revealed that when a human brain enters a state of rest or passive observation, a highly coordinated network of interconnected brain regions, known as the default mode network, activates immediately. This neural network is responsible for self-referential thought, ego construction, and imagining what other people are thinking about us. From an evolutionary perspective, being excluded from the tribe meant literal physical death. Therefore, your amygdala and default mode network are hardwired to continuously scan your environment for signs of social judgment or disapproval. When you are placed in a public space, this neural radar hyperactivates. It forces your conscious mind to become obsessed with self-monitoring. Your brain physically employs stress hormones like cortisol, generating a baseline of social anxiety simply to keep you compliant with group expectations. Your biology is not trying to make you happy or confident. It is trying to keep you safe through conformity. It forces you to feel exposed and judged, weaponizing an artificial spotlight to ensure you never take a social risk that could alienate you from the pack. When this neural anxiety alarm fires, the subconscious mind deploys an aggressive psychological shield known as illusion of transparency. This is an automated defensive maneuver where an individual genuinely believes that their private emotional states, their nervousness, and their insecurities are completely visible to the outside world. If you're standing up to deliver a presentation or speaking to someone you want to impress, and your heart begins to race, your brain performs a catastrophic misinterpretation. It assumes that because you can feel your hands shaking and your chest tightening, the entire crowd can see it too. The ego assumes your mind is made of clear glass. To protect your pride from this perceived exposure, your subconscious forces you to alter your behavior. You begin to speak faster, over-explain your thoughts, cross your arms, or withdraw from the conversation entirely to hide your internal panic. This panic editing is entirely unnecessary. Clinical studies prove that human beings are incredibly poor at reading the internal emotions of strangers. Your internal storm is entirely invisible to the room, but your brain uses the illusion of transparency to trick you into a state of public defensiveness, actively creating real-world awkwardness out of a completely hidden emotion. The primary weapon the ego uses to reinforce this public paralysis is a process called spotlight projection. When we experience intense self-consciousness, we do not simply sit in passive worry. We actively use our internal fears to script the thoughts of the people around us. The mind is an expert at inventing highly logical, comforting justifications for its own social withdrawal. Consider a scenario where you make a minor mistake at work or choose a bold, unique outfit. The clash between your identity as a flawless person and the reality of your public vulnerability creates massive psychological friction. To resolve this dissonance, your mind creates an escape hatch. It projects your own hypercritical inner critic onto the faces of total strangers. If a coworker looks in your direction and sighs, your brain instantly connects the sigh to your mistake, telling a story. They think I am incompetent. Notice that the external event is completely neutral. The coworker could simply be exhausted or thinking about their own bills. But your brain uses rationalization to turn their neutral behavior into a direct attack on your ego, using external judgment as an excuse to pull back into isolation. Alongside spotlight projection, the mind utilizes a secondary, highly passive filter known as social selective attention. Once your brain has adopted the narrative that you are being watched and judged, it transforms your perception into a biased investigator, aggressively hunting for evidence of public rejection. If you walk into a social gathering believing you do not fit in, confirmation bias will force you to fixate entirely on the one person who isn't smiling, or the brief silence that follows your comment. Meanwhile, it will completely blind you to the 5 people who are nodding warmly, smiling, and actively welcoming you into the conversation. Your mind ignores the evidence of acceptance and massively exaggerates the evidence of hostility. This selective filter ensures that your brain remains trapped in a state of social victimhood. It allows you to feel entirely justified in your awkwardness, convincing you that you are a realistic observer of a judgmental world, rather than a prisoner of your own distorted neural gateway. You walk through life, filtering out the warmth of human connection, using your own edited perception to reinforce the wall of your social isolation. These abstract biological filters manifest daily in devastating real-world loops, the most common of which is the trap of chronic professional hesitation. This is the precise reason why thousands of highly intelligent, incredibly skilled individuals remain completely stuck in low-impact careers, refusing to ever raise their hand for promotions, launch creative projects, or share their ideas in meetings. A corporate office or a professional industry is a highly competitive stage. When an employee faces an opportunity to step into visibility, their egocentric bias triggers immediately. Their brain runs an intense simulation of public failure, imagining their peers watching and celebrating their mistakes. To avoid the intense anxiety of this imaginary spotlight, their subconscious forces them to choose safety. They tell themselves, "It's better to stay quiet and stay safe," or "My ideas aren't revolutionary enough to share," or "I will wait until I am 100% qualified before I speak." They use the imaginary judgment of their colleagues as an emotional anchor to justify their own passivity. They spend years staying small, entirely blind to the reality that their colleagues aren't judging them. They are simply too wrapped up in their own career anxieties to ever think about anyone else's performance. We see this exact same self-sabotage playing out in our personal lives through the destructive pattern of authenticity suppression. This is the tragic cycle where an individual completely erases their true personality, their unique humor, and their genuine passions simply to conform to what they believe a crowd demands. When you enter a new social group or a romantic dynamic carrying the intense fear of judgment, your predictive processing engine enters an aggressive state of self-monitoring. Your subconscious actively forces you to play a safe, neutral, and agreeable role. You nod along to opinions you disagree with, suppress your natural creativity, and hide your quirks, entirely convinced that this chameleon behavior is the only way to avoid public rejection. This constant masking creates an exhausting artificial life. Paradoxically, it guarantees the exact isolation you are trying to escape. Because you are never showing your true self, you can never experience genuine human connection. The people around you end up liking the mask, leaving your true identity feeling profoundly lonely and invisible. Your brain used the spotlight effect. You're in a prison of people-pleasing, sacrificing your authenticity today just to secure the cheap temporary comfort of social safety. When this egocentric anxiety scales up from an individual level to a societal scale, it produces the highly destructive phenomenon of cultural conformity and mass blandness. Humans are deeply tribal creatures, and when an entire generation or community becomes hyper-obsessed with the imaginary spotlight of public judgment, the collective creativity of that society essentially collapses. People stop taking risks in art, business, and philosophy. They adopt a shared defense mechanism that values fitting in above all else, leading to a culture dominated by predictable trends, identical aesthetics, and safe, uncontroversial opinions. People walk through life wearing an invisible social straitjacket, terrified of ever standing out from the crowd. This collective passivity is the ultimate fuel for cultural stagnation. A society loses its vitality not because its people lose their talent, but because its citizens choose to become passive spectators of their own lives, completely paralyzed by the fear of what the anonymous crowd might say. Mass egocentric bias acts as an anchor on human evolution, turning a population into a synchronized herd that watches its own shadows instead of stepping into true freedom. The true danger of the spotlight effect is that it constructs a perfectly closed, self-sustaining cognitive loop that feeds entirely on its own distorted data. The cycle begins with an unexamined internal insecurity, safely locked inside your default mode network. This insecurity creates an immediate subconscious shift in your daily behavior, forcing you to act awkwardly, defensively, or overly cautious in public spaces to align with your fear of judgment. Your altered, unnatural behavior naturally provokes a strained, distant, or awkward reaction from your real-world environment. When the negative social interaction occurs, your confirmation bias captures the outcome, completely ignores your own role in provoking it with your defensiveness, and presents it to your conscious mind as absolute scientific proof that the world is hyper-judgmental and hostile. Every single time the loop completes, the neural pathways of that social paranoia are reinforced and widened, making the walls of your mental prison significantly thicker and harder to break. You walk through life entirely convinced that you are a realistic observer of a harsh, critical crowd, completely blind to the reality that your own mind is the primary director of the entire drama. Dismantling this matrix of social anxiety requires a systematic aggressive practice known as egocentric centering. You cannot simply try to wish your social fears away. Your brain's predictive engine demands hard, structural perspective shifts to override its automated defense systems. This disruption begins by learning how to harness the immense psychological freedom of realizing that nobody cares about you. You must force your conscious mind to accept a liberating truth. Everyone around you is entirely blind to your mistakes because they are completely consumed by their own. The next time you make a public error or feel a sudden surge of self-consciousness, pause completely. Do not hide, do not apologize, and do not make excuses. Instead, look out at the room and recognize that the spotlight is entirely in your head. Shift your attention away from your internal emotional storm and direct it outward, actively observing the people around you. You will notice that they are checking their phones, worrying about their routines, and managing their own egos. By consciously turning your focus outward, you shatter the egocentric bias loop. You pull your default mode network offline and present your mind with undeniable proof that you are entirely free to act, fail, and create without the weight of the world's judgment. Stepping out of the imaginary spotlight and claiming your true identity is an act of supreme psychological defiance, because it forces you to face the raw vulnerability of being seen without a mask. Your brain will fight this process at every single turn, desperately trying to drag you back into passivity, people-pleasing, and comfortable hiding simply to keep your ego safe in the dark. But now that you know the anatomy of the trap, now that you understand how your subconscious mind uses egocentric bias to trick you into a life of social paranoia, the illusion has lost its lock over you. You can choose to look past your automated worries and take total responsibility for your internal landscape. This mastery over your neurological filters is a lifelong education, and your brain utilizes dozens of other invisible neural mechanisms every single day to dictate your choices and trap you on autopilot without your consent. If you are ready to shatter the rest of these hidden mental loops, discover how your mind fakes reality, and unlock the true mechanisms of your subconscious, click on the playlist appearing on your screen right now. We have built an entire archive of long-form psychological deep dives designed explicitly to help you look past the self-delusions of your ego. Click through, explore the library, and take absolute control of your psychology.